The Black Family Day was created nearly 30 years ago by Jack and Jill, an organization
Oh, Jack and
dedicated
Jill.
to
Okay.
developing African American
What's
leaders.
up, you
One of
stream?
this year's co-sponsors
Building
told
Short
me the
Radio,
event
setting
doesn't
up for a
exclude
Tuesday
anyone,
night.
and Black Family doesn't speak to
We're
the
about to go
audience,
live in
it
a
speaks to
second,
the
just
vision.
reviewing some of the poignant topics we're going to get into this evening. And thank you for tuning us in. We got the whole gang in the house this evening, and we're about to do the damn thing in a couple minutes. So stay tuned, check out the behind the scenes stuff, and we'll be going live on the airwaves in just a few. Thanks for checking out Building Short Radio.
Why do we have to be so separated? It doesn't matter what you are, or who you are, where you came from. Why does it have to be so separated? I don't believe it at all. The event is actually named by the national organization. It has the same name in all cities. Assemblyman Singleton told me he is proud to be involved, and anyone who questions his motive should just attend. And you'll see that all are invited to be a part of the family on Black Family Day. We've got some problems. All right, thank you very much.
Wow. You got to move your body, yeah. You got to move your body, yeah. Get you on a good angle there. Today's the 10th. Got the door on me? Yeah. Some bad spirits in it. Who got what's the name one? Is that you?
What?
What's that? CK? Not CK. What's the classic joint?
Jew?
Jew. I'm about to say, is that Jew?
That's me.
Is that the set of the mid 90s? Aromatically running across my nose right
That's
now?
my work clothes.
Is that the. I just actually had a whiff of 96 just hit me. It smells damn good, sir. That's you.
Whip of 96.
Wow. It's a whiff of 96.
Took you back a throwback. Throwback colognes.
Not to be
Break out
outdone
some
by.
Jacaro.
Yeah, I'm about to say Dracar, some CK. Damn.
If I wouldn't get eternally roasted, I would actually still wear the car. The car is banging.
Exactly.
The car is always.
Ain't
That's a
nothing wrong with your
classic
car.
man scent.
Ain't nothing
But
wrong
you would
with your
get
car.
blown out the frame.
You would.
Snoop,
You would.
get blown out the frame if you wore some your car.
Some car noir.
But it's so good though. It's a classic man's fragrance.
Like, how do you?
Yes. Okay, Pop.
Exactly.
Should
Pop,
you be at an oldies night? You know,
Yeah,
talking to some
exactly.
55
Should I
year
call
old?
Harvey Holiday?
Listen to the
Exactly.
A Sunday night with butter. I mean, you're pretty much where you should be. Oh man.
He's a shoot. Johnny used to drown himself in that
Oh,
thing.
really?
Yeah.
Cause it got me a big bottle like 6 years ago.
Damn.
I still have it. Like, it's a 3.3 ounce. I don't
Oh,
use it that
God.
much.
Yeah.
That 3.3 ounce lasted forever.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, she got me that when we first started dating. That's how long ago it's been.
Damn.
There's like this much left. I mean, jeez.
It is a spray.
Yeah.
No, because the old John was the John.
The John.
Wow.
They did that. You're right.
That's the
Royal
old,
Copenhagen.
old,
That's
yeah.
the Royal Copenhagen was a.
That was my shot. Koros.
Oh yeah, Koros.
That's my shot.
I said I'm gonna get some right now.
No, you can get that right now. That's
Koros.
still
I'm
good.
sorry. That's the
still
business.
good.
That
The
is
white
the
Jones,
business.
the
You
white
better
Jones.
believe it. Eve Saint Laurent.
That
Snoop,
Jones
that thing is
straight.
crazy. I told Chris that's one
It's
of my
not
favorite
but
clothes.
it's not a dated scent either.
No, it's not. It's
Right.
awesome. It's awesome.
It's a good scent.
And not everybody runs. It's not one of them scents everybody
And
runs.
now,
You know.
I mean, I don't know what you, but like, would you use like body wash and all that? You throw that on top of it.
Yeah.
It blends right
Oh
in.
man, Koros is insane, man.
It's like $20 now.
Yeah, really? You get it? I tried
He's
to order it.
like
It's like
20.
34. I couldn't get it.
Maybe like
Yeah,
30.
yeah.
But that's still not.
Right,
That's
yeah,
probably
compared
for a 3 point.
It is. It is. It is. It is.
What you gonna do? Put a cross on the.
Yeah, I'm just putting a TV on about to go live on Facebook. I'm ready. That's me. Let's go. Let's make it happen, Captain. The time is now 7:15 p.m. on Tuesday, May the 10th. We're about to build Destroy. Let's go. Southwest, West Philadelphia, good evening. Build Destroy Radio live on your airways for Tuesday, May the 10th, in the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection, better known as Philadelphia, PA. Build Destroy team assembled for another edition of the top rated show on Tuesday nights in West Philadelphia, Build Destroy Radio. The team is assembled. I want to welcome you to Ustream.tv, the Ustream app. Search Build Destroy Radio. Those that are driving through West and Southwest Philadelphia, thank you for tuning us in on 88.1 WPEB FM on your dial. If you'd like to give us a call, the number to call is 215-472-0882. And we're in the house. What's up, man?
Another Tuesday.
Another Tuesday, bro.
Another blessed day.
Another blessed day to be together to espouse on all things topical, things that piss us off, things that are of interest to us, and everything in between. Ain't that right there? You know what I mean? Yeah. Slight technical difficulties right now. I can't stand it when I don't hear the melodic tunes of my loud ass voice through my earphones. I can't hear anything. Mark, can you hear yourself? Nah, me neither. We'll bear with it. We'll push through.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, man?
Bear with us.
You stream, please bear with us, But, this is Build and Destroy Radio.
Right. Gotta press on.
We gotta press on. Technical difficulties be damned. Full steam ahead. We're gonna do this. So, what's up, man?
It's good to be in a good weather Tuesday.
Yeah.
The sun's been shining for the past couple of days. The first time in about 3 weeks.
Yes.
Take that, whatever we can get as far as weather is concerned.
Mark, you got your tunes bumping. Doing his thing. You got it going on.
Absolutely.
I want to get this out the way, man. We always use this space to let off steam. We call this room our refuge, and we're on the air every Tuesday night. It's like a blessing to be on the air, to have people that follow us, and just to be amongst friends and do what we love to do. We kind of stumbled across this radio thing, but we really enjoy it. But sometimes real life does come into play, no matter what we do. And we were all struck and saddened when we heard the news that, our partner, our music director, Mark Bennett's mother, passed away last week. So I'm sure those that follow us, those that look at us on Facebook and follow us on Ustream and listen to us, saw the posting. We want to give our deepest condolences to our partner, our man, give our strength and support to him, our prayers and best thoughts. As he goes through this very difficult time, we're all going to try and get through it. Again, this is the place where we come to really let loose and we enjoy each other's company. So we're going to do that tonight in loving memory of Snoop's mom. We're going to push forward like we do every week. And, anybody else out there who's experienced loss, we want to commend you for being strong and doing what you do every day as well. And we hope, we give you a little brightness in your day through our silliness and the stuff that we talk about. That's our wish, that's our hope. And we're gonna push on, So with that being said,
how can we not
push on?
Our brother's here.
Exactly.
So we're here.
Exactly. He's here, so we're here.
Absolutely.
If he didn't want to be, we would not be.
Indeed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying if Steph Curry can, have 17 points in overtime on a sore knee and push through, then I guess, damn it, we can do a show.
Absolutely.
Anybody stay up late last night? Did you check that out? I stayed up a little late. I didn't see overtime.
It was comedy.
I'm
going to tell you why it's comedy. Because anytime you just laughing, I broke out laughing. My wife got up like 1 o'clock. What are you cracking up about? Like you're being loud. Mm-hmm. This dude is it's nasty the way this cat it's unconscionable. I used to think the cats like Reggie Miller and those dudes were just unconscious with it. Right. Steph is just another level. But the way he'll throw it up from anywhere. Yeah. And intended on it to go in. His thought is it's going in.
I'm just saying, it's at video game levels right now.
I was thinking that it's like if when you get a chance to set your settings and you put your man up to 9,
exactly.
Everything is to 99 or the highest.
Everything's at 99.
You can change your settings on your man.
Right.
It's like 99.
Yeah, he's at 99. He's at 99 with no foul. And he's impervious to foul. And he doesn't get fatigued. The fatigue's at 99, no fatigue.
Range. He has the range like 32, the highest range like 32 feet. Range, he's got the highest range. Yeah. No fatigue. Defense 99. Ball handling 99.
Shooting range 99.
Court presence
99. He's and to top it off, today Steph Curry gets named unanimous, the first ever unanimous MVP in NBA history.
All votes.
Again, something to laugh over, like, yo, he got every vote.
Yeah.
And the thing they were saying, like, people that questioned that, they weren't questioning the fact that he was unanimous MVP. Yeah. They were questioning the fact that there weren't any others before him that got unanimous voting.
Right.
Not Jordan. Not Jordan. Yes, we're back on. I can hear. Thank you, Snoop. Not Jordan. Not LeBron.
Oh, that's amazing.
You know, no one else.
Yeah.
You know, just Steph Curry was the first one, but I think that's pretty apropos for the show he's put on this season.
Absolutely.
You know, so are they the favorites still?
Yeah, I think they reasserted themselves if you didn't believe they weren't. They reasserted themselves if you didn't believe they weren't going in.
Right.
They've always got that kind of firepower. You got Clay can handle his business. You got the defense is just sick. Iggy's a heck of an on-ball defender. I mean, this boy's a smart Draymond with the will of a, you know, I mean, he's an assassin. He refused to lose.
Look
you got
at
Maurice
6 through 10.
Spates. You know, these cats come off the bench like I'm here to contribute. Like I'm not coming for no just spare minutes.
If you look at 6 through 10, you look at what's the backup board? Livingston.
Oh yeah.
Spates.
Oh man.
Barbosa.
Yeah.
Barbosa.
Like these cats. You're talking about everybody that really used to be a starter.
Right.
Could maybe start for 33% of the league.
Mm-hmm.
So when you got them 5 cats on the floor, it's like you're not really getting a drop off. It's not really a drop off.
Really
and then you know your rotation, you usually have a starter or two in the mix with them cats anyway.
Right.
Livingston. I would take Livingston right now on my squad.
He would be the ultimate king here. Livingston would be a god in Philadelphia.
He would, oh Lord.
He'd be a god in Philadelphia.
Lord, so many places he would be.
Yeah, he got a story because, you know, pretty much the league had written him off after that catastrophic knee injury.
When I saw it, I was like,
that was a bad injury. What was that, about 3-4 years ago? About 3 years ago?
I think it was longer than that, wasn't it?
Maybe 4 years.
That was horrific.
And he struggled to get to regain his form after that knee injury.
Right.
And the rest of the league, after having some cups of tea with a couple of teams, he had to take his game to the NBDL developmental league.
Sure.
I think he even played overseas for a brief little minute before getting a call.
But
back.
he was that bull before that.
Oh yeah, he was going to be the next, great guy. I mean, straight from high school, was doing this thing, and then just blew his knee out.
Yeah.
So Golden State gave him a shot, and even though he got thrown out the game for a boneheaded, hot-headedness last night, he has paid enormous dividends for Golden State right now.
Absolutely.
So they're looking like the favorite right now. San Antonio and what's the name are caught in a straight scrap in OKC, who go at it tonight. Are they the second game or their first game?
They're the only game.
They're the only game.
I think they're the only game tonight. No, because Cleveland is over. They took out, so it was only Miami left.
I thought Miami was
tonight. No, it's only one game tonight.
Okay.
One game tonight.
Okay, so who do you like in that series right now? San Antonio and Oklahoma City.
Man.
Kevin Durant blacked out.
No, he sure did. He sure did.
He showed why he is the Durantula.
Right.
And did his thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I still lean to San Antonio.
Yeah, they're a better team.
They are.
They're a better team.
The more complete team.
And guess what? I don't care what you say. I think Russell Westbrook is one of the most gifted, athletically inclined people that we have seen. But he's still mentally, basketball IQ will lose you a game. Every series, he will personally lose you a game.
Which lends me back to my argument. This is something we've been talking about the last couple of years. And I'm still going to ride on this. I don't think you can win an NBA title with that type of quote-unquote point guard running the whole show.
Right.
For what you just said, Snoop.
Make him a 2. Lord.
Exactly.
Make him a 2 and put Eric Snow in there.
Right.
He'd be golden.
I'll give you an example of this playoffs. The Charlotte Hornets were struggling before they switched Jeremy Lin to the 2 and let Kemba run the show.
Right.
Jeremy Lin, not saying he's on the level of Russell Westbrook, but he's an explosive guard who's very creative, attacking, slashing, whirling dervish of a guard whose skill set is better suited at the 2 than it is the 1, and you saw that. They were a problem. They actually could have easily won that series. You know, they gave who they lose to?
Miami.
Miami. They gave Miami 6 in that series.
7 games.
7 games, man. That game could easily went the other way.
It came down to experience.
Came down to experience. You know how that curve goes.
Yeah.
You know how that curve.
I think Toronto just lost the series yesterday.
Oh, they
I
did.
think they just
Who
lost
did?
it. Toronto just lost the series.
Oh yeah.
They had Miami on the ropes. He couldn't
Had
close
on
it
the
out.
Yep.
You let D Wade just take over. That series a wrap, man. I think
Yeah.
You can't. Who's going to step up for Toronto?
I know.
Lowry is scared out of his boots to take a shot.
Yeah, but he stepped up
So
though.
scared to
It
take
wouldn't
a
have been.
shot.
It wouldn't even been
Yeah,
the
but
series
it's-
unless
I mean-
Kyle Lowry stepped up.
With when?
What was that, game 2?
What?
Took over in overtime. Went crazy on
Yeah,
in
it was game
overtime.
two. Okay.
Kept him in the game in the fourth quarter. You know.
But then
After, and to his credit, had a rough game before that.
Yeah, last night though, it's like he had
He only
shots.
had
It's
10
like,
points and fouled out.
yeah, and he's
He
scared.
fouled out.
He's
He
scared
fouled
to
out.
shoot.
Okay.
It's like you can see him where he should be shooting the ball, and he's like scared to shoot. He's like doesn't
Yeah,
want to
he's a little
shoot.
tentative because
Yeah.
he knows he's really not.
He's
feeling
off.
it.
He's off.
He's off. Yeah.
But you
Him
gotta
and
shoot.
DeRozan are off.
But you gotta shoot through it.
You gotta
shoot through it.
Sometimes it's easier said than
It
done when the ball
is.
just don't feel right in your hands.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right.
Like,
But if everybody's behind you and they counting on you, man, take the shot.
yeah.
Like get it out your system in game 3. Don't wait till game 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then trying to get it out. You gotta get it out your system.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. I remember having those feelings of tight 3-on-3 games up at Priscilla. I wasn't feeling it, but I pushed through to get the game-winning shot.
You
And
kept shooting.
I kept shooting.
Oh, surprise!
Wouldn't let it go.
Because that's just me, you know. I'm offensive minded, man.
My game always was tailored to the true point guard.
Yeah.
True ball.
I think your game was more suited towards the true point guard gear.
point guard gear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You look like the second coming of Tiny
Well,
Archibald anytime you stepped on the court.
No, well, that too, always.
With the matching ensemble,
I
wristband perfectly,
right.
22 inches above your wrist,
Definitely.
laying perfectly with the NBA logo, showing just right, headband tilted just the right way,
Gym shorts.
crisp gym shorts, iron,
That's right. You gotta iron the
fresh
match.
out the box,
Iron the match.
you know, ball running sneaks, you know, matching Nike Airs, you know.
Well, I patterned my game after Dennis Johnson, so it wasn't a heavy score, court general.
Right.
You know what I mean? Scrappy,
Yes.
hustler,
Okay.
My biggest Millersville basketball story is the time I gave the business to Mike Monroe on the outdoor McCumsey studio, outdoor McCumsey
The
joint.
legendary McCumsey court.
And he wanted to fight me. I forgot, it was like a hard foul
Right.
or a strip.
Uh-huh.
Something happened. And it was just like, I think it was just like, he was just mad. Like, he was like, who is this dude? Like, how you strip me? And he was like, foul. And I was like, it wasn't a foul, it was clean. And he was like, foul. You know how that goes. So.
Shout out to
That
ESPN
escalated.
Sports Zone.
ESPN.
Hairstyling.
I'm sure he remembers
facility.
that. I'm sure he remembers that like it happened yesterday.
I'm sure.
At that time, that was my claim to fame.
Right. I know he has a shop for that hanging in his barbershop right now. You know what I mean?
That was the motivation to make him a good player.
Right.
He was like, if this cat Snoop can strip me, I gotta work out. He probably had the medicine ball.
Right, exactly.
To put in extra hours.
You were the wind beneath his wings. It inspired him to greater heights on the basketball court. You know?
It might have been a foul too. I don't know. Who knows?
So either way, it's been a really good playoffs this year. Very competitive. Outside of those bum first round games, you know.
Yeah, well,
once they touched the fat, you know,
they
got
just-
to the meat of it.
This round has been good, but they just showed the stat. It was the most 20-plus point blowouts in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of lopsidedness.
It was.
Even in like the Charlotte series. Charlotte won big, Miami won big. Even though it won 7 games,
There's no in between.
it just it was they had some close games, but
Yeah.
there was a lot of blowouts. So
Yeah.
it's been good. I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, I have too.
I've been enjoying it.
I just like playoff season. This is a good time with it's
Yeah.
basketball and hockey.
And hockey.
Then I'm watching a little bit of hockey.
Yeah.
Watching Pittsburgh and
the
the
Cavs.
Cavs. That's been a great series.
Yeah.
Dallas yesterday, that was a huge win. They had to come back. They was on the ropes 3-2. They took St. Louis and that's going 7 now. Going back to Dallas for game 7.
Yeah, I
It's
kind
good
of dipped
playoffs.
out of the NBA. NBA playoffs, I kind of dipped out of in lieu of the NBA.
Okay.
But yeah, there's
You
some
mean you
good
dipped out
series.
on the NHL? You
Yeah,
dipped
the
out on hockey?
NHL.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
NHL.
admittedly, I mean, my interest wanes with the Flyers.
Yeah, with the Flyers.
I'm more of a
Right.
Flyers fan than I'm a hockey fan, but I used to be does not watch at all when the Flyers got limited.
Right.
Now it's still compelling TV.
Yeah.
I still watch them in that third quarter. We teams them. It's not like playoff hockey.
No, there is
I
not.
used to get in that intensity, but it's like, whoa. Holy man, boys pull the goalie, and it's like, I mean, it's serious business.
Hey, listen,
I can appreciate
in my,
it. You know?
hockey's number one in regards to the playoff, in regards to intensity.
I agree.
I would put Major League Baseball number 2.
Oh,
and then
really?
the NBA third.
Yeah.
You know, with football, you get irreplaceable.
Right.
But, yeah, you're right. NHL hockey goes to, it's edge of your seat,
I love it. Yeah,
you
I
know,
love it.
sports watching
Yeah,
is best.
I love
Yeah, definitely. Now, on to more
Hey, how about
local.
Leicester? How about one more pop? Leicester City with the big boy Premier League
Leicester
champion?
City.
Leicester City, is that huge?
Wow.
I didn't know how huge of a win that was. They were talking about that was like equivalent to like the Browns winning the Super Bowl.
That would be
Like,
the equivalent of that's the
that's
closest you
how
can get. Leicester
crazy
City,
that was, dude.
I think they have like a 70-something or 60-something year old history. They've been relegated more times than they've made,
Yes.
you know, been in a running. They've never been in a running. They were just relegated to the B League like 2 years ago. So it
So
is the
bad.
equivalent of a team like the Cleveland Browns, about as close as you can get it.
Yes.
Or think of any also ran. I don't think there's any more also ran in sports ran than the
man.
Cleveland
Yeah,
Browns,
right.
winning everything.
Right. Winning the Super
They
Bowl.
came out of nowhere.
They said it was so bad that they were taking 5,000 to one bet, and the people
Right.
that bet came up,
Right.
and they like, we'll never again do 5,000. The odds maker said,
Too
no.
much payout.
Too much payout. So you put 5,000 to one, and you said,
Yep.
let me go to Leicester City. You put
Yep.
a spot up,
Yep.
you got paid.
And Leicester,
You got paid.
they clowned them. Beginning, they were like, oh, okay, they won a couple games. You know, it's a moral victory.
Right.
Then it was like, you know, okay, they're winning more.
Right.
They started paying a little
Oh,
attention, but they
right.
still were joking.
Yeah, right.
You know, they stayed humble, and then it got to the point like, wait a minute,
They're
they're still, you know, got past the midpoint.
Yeah.
They're still leading Tottenham.
Right.
You know, by more than four games. They have
Right,
four
right.
in the win column. You know,
Yeah.
it's getting serious. now.
Right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Shout out to
man.
Jamie Varney.
Jamie Varney.
Yeah. Superstar for Leicester City.
I
Their
didn't
top
know-
scorer.
I didn't know
Jamie
who he
Varney's a
was.
beast.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's our
Yeah, that's
EPL,
huge.
English
Yes.
Premier League
Moment
moment.
of the week.
Yes, moment of the week. But let me ask you this, Derek. And Snoop, you can chime in. How do you feel like they kind of bucked the trend? Soccer kind of bucks the trend where you have the potential to seal up a championship. They're like the only major sport that doesn't have a championship game or
How
series.
weird was that? How
That's-
weird is that? Because I didn't. They
How do you
won. They
feel
were sitting
about
there.
that?
They were sitting
And they
at
still
home.
have 3 games left. They still have games to
They were
play.
sitting at home and they
Right.
realized, hey, we win.
Right. They
That's
sealed
weird.
it up
That's real
points
weird,
wise.
man. I didn't know that because my
That's
boys
how they
are,
play the
big-
EPL. They don't
Yeah,
have a
I don't like that.
championship game.
My boy's a huge Liverpool fan.
Right.
So I'm looking at the stands like, yo, you're good. He's like, no, we're out in the stands.
Right.
It's all on the standing.
Yeah, they can win it with like more than 3 or 4 weeks left in the season.
Right. That's weird.
So they
man.
sealed it up, they
still
celebrated,
have games
and then they
left,
still
you
have
said?
games to play.
Wow. See, I didn't know that.
Snoop, are
man.
you in favor of a system like that?
I think it's the worst.
Right.
Worst.
You know, because American sports is so built on the
championship
crescendo
game.
up to the
Right,
climax
right.
of the championship game.
Yes.
But you know what? Europe does a lot of things like that. Like, they're not afraid to not have that. They're not amped or geeked up on having championships and best ofs.
Okay.
Like, I'll give you an example. In the movies, like when you watch action movies overseas, they kill their stars.
Right.
Like, rarely do you see in Euro movies like Rambo. There's no Mechak
Survivor.
5, Mechak 6,
Right.
you know, whatever
Right.
their action hero star
Yeah.
is. You know, they'll kill the heroes off.
Right.
and move on.
Right.
So I guess that I don't know where that comes from, but they have
different mindset.
They have a different mindset towards that kind of thing. And that being said, their sports don't build up for the championship. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's more the entertainment of the sport.
It's
like,
the
you're
entertainment
getting
of
the
the sport.
value out of watching your team play. And then,
Right.
hey, the points, hey, we won.
Enjoying the
And that's
camaraderie
legitimate.
of
Nobody
the
seems to complain.
They
That's
didn't
legitimate.
complain.
They're good with this. Been that
A
way
celebration is a
hundreds of
celebration.
years.
A championship's a
I
championship.
mean, yeah.
Whether it's one in week 12 out of 16 or
Right.
one on the last day.
Yeah.
I mean, they have some things that go down to the last day.
Sure,
Like
sure.
a couple years, I think like 2 years ago, Manchester City won.
Okay.
And it came down to the last game, Manchester City against, I think, like Arsenal or one of those teams.
Yeah.
I think it was Arsenal. And they had to win or tie to win the championship.
Yeah.
And that came really dramatic.
Right.
But that's not necessarily the case, like you're saying.
Right.
You know, like the next week they're still playing games. It's very anticlimactic.
You
But
win the
again, they're
championship,
celebrating,
you
they're
win
drinking their
Right,
stout.
right.
You
And
know,
you got a game the next day.
they
It's
got
not
a game.
over, mate.
It's not over. We still got 2 games to play. Because that was in America, fans would be quite upset. They still got to pay top dollar.
Right,
and you're
right.
playing the 8-9 man on the bench. You know, there's no need to play the starters anymore. You won.
We already had the parade.
We'll take a look at the kids then.
Right,
you know?
right, absolutely.
So I don't know how I feel, but I think I like our way better.
Yeah, I do too. I'm just used to it.
Yeah.
That's what we're used
Just
to as
used to it.
Americans. I prefer that.
Just used to
I
it.
prefer that.
Will the Sixers get used to having the number 1 pick there? Moving back to the
Man. I
NBA.
don't think so, man.
Lottery is next Tuesday. Very eventful, nail-biting days ahead of us as we hope and pray the Sixers get this thing right.
Yeah.
They have the highest percentage in ping pong balls to land the number 1 pick. And, but it's not necessarily, always works out that way.
Yeah.
And the Sixers have been snake bit the last couple of years in regards to trying to get the number 1.
Yeah.
So, but luck's got to change. I kind of feel like the prevailing thought is right now in Philadelphia sports is that the tide is about to change in regards to the fortunes of our 4 major sports teams.
It's not the cynicism that usually
Yeah, the cynicism is not there. I think Villanova helped erode a lot of the rust and weariness away. That's what one championship will do.
It gave people a reason to smile, so you're not so, what was me? Look at the Sixers about to stink it up. The Phillies are awful.
And then we add to the Flyers run that
that
helped erode it even more.
Right.
And now we come up on the Sixers. And
Phillies
the
are winning, which is good. Phillies are balling.
And that helps as well.
Yeah,
So,
man.
like I said, there's been a change for the best. Eagles get the number 1 pick, and Land Carson Wentz, the guy they have been eyeballing the whole time.
Yes.
So I don't know, man.
Sammy's back home. Sammy's home.
Sammy's home.
Sammy Bradford.
Sammy Sleeves comes back into the fold. Sammy Sleeves. Yeah. With the big CYO 8th grade jersey sleeves that he likes to sport. What is the deal with that? Why don't you get a uniform that fits? Be a man, Sam. Take your helmet down a size. Stop looking like Spaceballs with a helmet on.
Exactly.
Cut down the sleeves a little bit.
He's going circles.
Live on the wild side and get a
like
fitted
Corey
jersey.
Depper used to wear his jersey like that. Come on,
Exactly.
dude.
Yeah, walk on the wild side, man. Come on, man. What is that?
Yeah, man, this is bad.
Yeah. So Sammy Sleeves is back in the fold.
Cam
Got
Newton's
Carson.
not with you wearing the way he wears his shoes.
Right.
Cam Newton, he's not. No guns balling out, but tight sleeves.
Yeah, Ray Lewis he ain't.
Yeah, certainly not. But
yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird.
I don't know, but anyway. But again, things are moving towards the positive.
Yeah.
So again, the Sixers have a chance not to only to get the number 1 pick. If things fall the way they could possibly fall, they could get multiple lottery picks, depending on what the Lakers do in regards to their selection. Now, I'm not sure how this goes there. How does
Is
it go?
top 5 protected?
So anything outside the top 5,
Yes.
they
Which
get
means
their
like a
pick.
6 or something like
I
that.
think it's top 4 protected.
Is it?
Top
Okay.
3 or top 4
Okay.
protected.
All right.
So they can potentially have the number 1 pick,
Right.
the number 4 pick, and then they have a chance to get another high pick through the deal that they made with Minnesota.
Okay.
The Timberwolves.
Okay. Certainly.
I don't know, but they have a chance to get multiple lottery picks.
And there's some players right there top. There's some players.
There's some
There's
players.
some players at that top.
Are you still of the ilk that Ben Simmons is the consensus number one?
No, I don't trust
Or
him.
if you don't want Ben Simmons, who do you want?
I don't want Hill. I want Hill. I just don't want him number one.
Not at number one.
But I would love Hill.
I would like Buddy Hield.
love Hill.
I tell you, man, he reminds me so much of Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Paul Pierce.
Okay.
He's the second coming of Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
I like Chris Dunn later on in the lottery. If they can get any combination of Buddy Hield, Ben Simmons, I throw the human string bean, Mr. Ingram, and Duke
absolutely.
in the mix.
Yeah.
You know, any combination of those dudes, but you know, some maturity, some 4-year maturity would be great. Would be a great compliment to the youth that they have with that roster.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We call him the human string bean.
Yeah, Mr. Ingram out the Duke. So, Stu, we're just talking about the Sixers. And the Sixers had a potential to have multiple lottery picks. They could possibly have the number one. They could possibly get the number 4 from the Lakers. And then they have a chance, I think, through the trade with Minnesota to get another one. But at least 2 out of 3 could be lottery picks. And the third will still be a high number 1.
Right.
So I was just asking Derek, is Ben Simmons still your consensus number 1 pick? And if not him, then who?
I think you gotta let the scouts do that. I think since he wasn't in the tournament, you don't really have that memory of him in those pressure situations. There's a lot of games he disappeared, but he's a young boy and he's not American.
Yep.
So he doesn't have that inner city pedigree, or you know what I mean.
And that's what you're really trying to measure with him. The measurables are there.
His game,
the game,
athletic
ability. Right.
Yeah, he's fine. He's a stud. Regardless, you
but
just
we're
have
checking
to,
the ticker. This about the ticker.
You
right?
have to bring stuff out of him. Yeah. When he gets in there against NBA is grown man ball. When he get into the grown man ball, when he go through the paint and you know gets put on his butt and so forth and so on. Yeah. That's when you gonna see what he's made of. Yeah. And when the 12 seconds on the clock and the play is called for him, every game, what are you doing? Because he deferred a lot. He deferred down in those situations. And he was the man at LSU. There was nobody else at LSU.
No, there was nobody else.
So it's like, I mean, you're not going to go wrong with him. You're not Buddy. I think you got it. I think Buddy is more battle tested.
Not a number 4, I'm taking Buddy Hield. I'll take
you. Not number 1 overall?
No, Buddy Hield's not a number 1 overall pick.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he's a top 4, top 5.
But
I love Buddy Hield.
I do like Buddy Hield.
You know what he reminds me of? A career like he may have. He may have a Paul Pierce type career.
That's what he's just saying.
He may have a Paul Pierce type
me,
career.
it's like cosmic that they have a chance to get Buddy Hield, and that would correct the ills and mistakes that Larry Brown made when he took Larry Hughes instead of
yeah, remember we watched the draft? I never forget that.
Mm-hmm.
We watched the draft together that time. When Paul Pierce fell, we were celebrating Paul Pierce. We were out. That's when we was out the apartments with Coop, me, you, and Coop, and we were watching the draft. And then it was Paul Pierce and fellas. We were like, "Yo, Paul Pierce, we're getting Paul Pierce." And next thing you know, Larry, I'm like, "Oh my goodness,
my goodness, yeah."
Jeez,
so they
we could right the wrong and do the right thing. And I like the fact. I think Hinkie being gone. Now I think we're actually carrying ourselves like a legitimate NBA team. We're still amongst the dregs, but him going is huge. It's like now, it's like Brett Brown gets his chance to coach. Yeah. We get a chance to compete. Right. No more tanking. I think all that is over now.
I think
we're trying to progress now to be a legitimate NBA franchise, and that's all I want.
Right.
I'm just getting tired of the joke that was our Sixers basketball night in, night out. Yeah. That was just atrocious. But now, I mean, it's competitive. Like you said, Dave. I always said, why couldn't we just be the Bucks? Why couldn't we be, the T-Wolves, just competing, not quite good enough, but I was winning competition.
Or the Celtics.
We were a joke. Man. We were a joke.
But you want legitimate NBA talent.
Yeah.
You win 1 out of every 5.
Like, yeah. Be competitive. You know what I mean? Just be in games, you know?
And you know what? I don't, I threw the Boston Celtics there, but I don't want to be the Celtics because the Celtics, they did a heck of a job. They assembled.
You do want to be the Celtics.
I really don't because
you
know why I say that?
You really do.
I don't want to be the Celtics because the Celtics are where the Sixers were like 5-6 years ago in that proverbial 7-8 spot. And now, what are you going to do to get over the hump? and get.
We were 5.
We were 5, but you're still in that first round.
We have
You're
we have a lottery pick.
You were 5 without the possibility of moving past the first round. You didn't have a realistic shot.
No, that's not true. If you remember, what's Miami? What's their 2?
Miami was 2.
No.
Miami's 3.
Miami's 3. Miami's 3. 3, 4, and 5 all had the same record. It was just the tiebreakers. So we could have easily been 3, or we could have easily been 4, or we could have easily been 5.
All right. So my question is, what's the next move that gets you to that?
We have draft picks too. We went the same way you went with accumulating assets, but at the same time you have a legitimate roster. You have trade pieces.
Yeah, you do.
You guys have you could trade Noel. People are calling for Okafor to be traded, which I don't think is going to happen.
I don't think
Noel can be traded.
As much as I don't want him to be, I think he probably
Noel?
is. Yeah, I like Noel's skill set, but out of those 3, and this is all, of course,
he's not a building block.
But this is all hinging on the fact that Joel Embiid is going to be healthy.
Who knows?
And they said he pretty much is healthy.
They said he's not going to be able to play summer ball.
They're not going to let him play summer ball. They said he could, but they don't want. They said, what's that going to prove? They don't want him to play summer ball.
Well, how long has it been since he played ball? How long?
2 years. He played ball in 2 years.
I just
I think he should play a
summer ball,
a little summer ball
to see just
he's gonna get hurt.
If he has any natural talent.
Because
he's not a lifelong ball player either.
No,
it's like
so the curve is huge for him right now.
But
the talent level is huge too. So we're gonna see.
But back to the Celtics and the Bucks and the Timberwolves. All of those franchises.
I like the Bucks. I like what Timberwolves are doing.
They have assets, and they have
picks to go along with.
They have I guess you could say a nucleus. They're all in search of that one,
that one transcendent player.
Especially with the Celtics, is Isaiah Thomas franchise play.
See, well, that's the tricky part. That transcendent player you're talking about is a needle in a haystack.
But also teams like us, even the Sixers, when we were in that middle of the pack, those teams have to kind of force the issue to find a star. Right. Because the Celtics are where they are, Isaiah Thomas is your star.
Is the star.
You know what I'm saying? And what the Bucks. I mean, who was the Bucks' main man?
The Greek Freak.
Yeah, right.
The Greek Freak.
Like you're basically why he's a middle of the pack player on most good teams. Because you are who you are, you have to elevate somebody and put him in the ball.
Antetokounmpo is a hell of a building block.
The ball for the Bucks. For the Bucks.
The ball for the Bucks. Greek Freak.
But their roster is solid. They got Henson. They got Parker. They got real players. They got MCW. So this year they get their draft pick. They make a move. They get a top 8 player. They're right there.
Yeah, because they're trying to build around a Antetokounmpo
and they have some pedigree of winning, like Derek was saying. They're competitive.
And so
now you just take it over the hump.
Same formula with Minnesota, building around that. Now they have what's the name? The center from Kentucky. The other center from Kentucky.
Oh yeah, the big boy.
Yeah, the big boy. Whose name?
And they had him. And they had the boy from the year before.
They got a big man from Europe who's a beast.
Yeah, but
they have Rubio.
Wiggins.
They have Wiggins.
That's what I'm saying.
They have some hella fire.
They got it.
So you got those pieces. Yeah.
So you make a couple moves. You get the right coach, and you're right there.
Right.
To me, Philadelphia you're starting from
scratch.
No, because you have Okafor.
The Sixers have the pieces. The difference between the 3 teams that you named and the Sixers kept pushing the reset button by getting rid of some good mid-level players.
Exactly.
Whereas the other 3 teams you talk about, they kept their mid-level players and built through the draft as well. But again, that's why Sam Hinkie's not at the helm making those decisions anymore.
Right.
He was brought in as a corporate raider. Strip it down, and then let's build from there. Let's streamline this and let's do it. He did his job. But what Hinkie's strength is not is building past the rubble.
Sure.
And that's why they brought the Colangelos in to build the rubble. So they've got some pieces. They've got pieces. Now we'll see. Now the other part of the piece is they're logging a ton of frequent flyer miles. They're in Croatia right now talking to Dario Saric and his pop. They're like, yo, y'all coming, right? You're coming? Right. You said you're coming. Right. You know, they're trying to impress upon him. But he's got a decision to make. Do I come now? They're trying to impress upon him, like, now's the time to come because we've got the pieces. We've got multiple lottery picks. You need to get on this train now as opposed to waiting 1 year when he would be free of the rookie salary cap, and his money would go up exponentially. Yeah. But they're trying to talk. They're weighing money versus opportunity.
That's such a hard sell.
That's a tough sell.
Do you think? Let me ask you this though. Do you think the NBA? I mean, there's always a draft lottery conspiracy. Mm-hmm. Do you think the NBA would do something? If you guys don't get like one, if you get like, like you got what 3 last year. And 3 the year before?
3 the year before. I think 3 the year before that.
Like, do you think, like, the lottery, the conspiracy thing is real? I mean, you guys you should be number one.
If there is a conspiracy, we will be number one. If there is
a conspiracy.
We should be number one.
Yeah, you should be, like, number one.
And me and Derek, while you were out of the room, we were saying that, you know, the sports guys, the pendulum's finally starting to swing the other way. It started with Villanova. They carried on with the Flyers, making a nice run in the playoffs. It's continuing with the Phillies showing, surprising everybody, being competitive right now. And it goes on again with the Eagles getting the number 1 pick. I said Sammy Sleeves is back in the fold as of yesterday.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, he showed up. Sammy Sleeves shows up.
Now you know what? And this is an honest opinion. I really think. I think it was almost a blessing for Sammy to stay out.
Why?
And because you would have bumped Wentz up to maybe number 2, and I think he would have got some games this year. And
he's still making games.
And here's the thing though, Sammy can win you games. You may be 8-8. You may be 7-9.
It's funny you bring that up.
Because you could have been 5 or 4, whatever.
I mean, the consensus
and Wentz
is right now.
Wentz could have got some games. You would have had the number 1 defensive board coming in next year and been ready to roll.
They're using the 99 model. And with the 99 model intact, with that being said, the consensus is to put him on ice this year.
Yeah.
Which I'm not mad at.
No.
But this is just my intuition by listening to this kid and looking at, you know, the cut of his jib, you know, seeing he has a little moxie. I have a strange feeling that this bull is going to play this year. He's going to force the issue. Like in camp, he's going to have, I think he's going to have
looks like a quarterback, man.
Huh?
He looks like a quarterback.
He looks like a quarterback.
He walks
like a quarterback. He talks like a quarterback.
You know, buying Benz and put it in the garage. You want to see what he can do at some point. It's just, I think, and then especially if Chase and or Sam don't light it up.
I don't think if they don't light it up, I think
the Howard's going to be great.
Either by lack of performance by the other two. Yeah,
it's short. Before you can always. You know, when Aaron Rodgers came in and sat behind Brett, you know, that was acceptable.
Different deal.
But granted, Brett's a superstar, but it was, you know, back in, a few years ago, a decade or so more, you drafted a quarterback to sit in for 2-3 years. Now cats want to see, y'all gave a lot up. You want to see what you got. Because if you don't have anything, then you got to find yourself right back at square one in 2 years, getting another quarterback. So you don't have the luxury of maybe waiting till year 4. All right, he's ready, and then no, he's not ready. He stinks it up.
That's not going to be 4 years. We're talking a year,
I'm saying, had y'all done the traditional model and waited and say, you know, we're going to sit him for 4 years. Now let's see what he's got. The lease is short. That's why Sam signed for 2 years, because ideally you're gonna want Wentz in the ball game in 2 years. But you're gonna want him in the game for 2 years.
But Derek, here's the rub that I see. Top of the rub is Peterson, who is trying. It looks like he's trying to emulate
the 99 model.
Him running the show, bringing McNabb in.
Right.
But McNabb was 2.
Right.
When you make Wentz 3 and you pay your number 2 a number 1 salary,
right? They got a lot of money.
You can't leapfrog. So that's why I'm saying if Sammy would have stayed out And you could go through each quarter. So the first 4 games,
Right.
no matter what Sammy does, it's a new offense. Blah 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 blah. He's learning. Barring injury, he's going to be the starter. From 4 to 8, depending on what he does, we may make a shift to what's this backup dude you got from Kansas City?
What's the name?
Chase Daniels.
Chase.
Yeah.
You may bring Chase in. So from 8 to 12, Chase has a bad, he's horrible. So you may have 4 games where Wentz may get a run and Chase may be. But if Sammy would have stayed out, Wentz would have been the 2.
Well, Sammy wasn't going to stay out the whole time.
I know, but it was potentially the greatest thing that could have probably happened.
It would have, but he wasn't going to stay out. But like I said, I just have the feeling that at some point he's going to play sooner than later, either by what you said, by lack of performance by the 2 ahead of him, or him forcing the issue by looking impressive in camp.
He does look impressive.
I just have a feeling he's going to show him. He's going to show out.
Now, what I say, just say hypothetically, say this was the scenario. Say he sat all year, didn't play at all. Say Chase and Sam finish the season. You guys go 9-7, get in the dance. First round exit. Okay. Next year, you want him to go sit again while Sam?
Yeah.
I think you're going to want him to play.
Yeah.
So if say he didn't get no light at all this year, I think still the game plan is to get him in that spot next year.
Yeah, right.
I think it's a 1-year deal.
And I'll tell you what the other wild card is too. You got to see, it seems on paper that this offensive line is going to be pretty good this year. If they show the propensity to protect the QB, and it's not a risk that he's going to get, filleted like David Carr did, that ruined his career, then you might be more prone. That just makes the leash even shorter. Yeah. If the 2 in front of him don't play, or if he shows up, that makes the least, either the hook even quicker. Like, play the kid. Because if he looks good, I tell you what, the preseason is going to be one of the more interesting preseasons, like probably since when T.O. got in town, where you're going to watch all 4 quarters because everybody's going to want to see what this kid can do. And he's going to look good going against a bunch of free agent journeymen, third and fourth stringers. Man. And then here comes the Philly pressure.
Right.
Joe from Fishtown, you're on 610 WIP. Right. Play the kid. Right. Play him. They're gonna go off. So we're gonna see, man. But if it worked for Willie Beeman got his shot when Cap went down.
That's right.
And Stephen Willie Beeman did his thing, didn't he, Derek?
Yes, he did.
He showed out. Wentz might do the same thing. Mark, I know you still have your Willie Beeman jersey.
Yeah. Still got throw up on it.
Yeah.
Official.
It's got throw up on it and everything. Right next to your can of True Blood you have in the basement, right? Yeah, man. So, what's up? You want to take a break right now?
Sure, we can take a
quick one.
Potty break.
Potty break. Let Derek get ready for the community, get the community corner ready for everybody. Let's do a station ident. This is WPEB 88.1 FM, broadcasting from beautiful Southwest Philadelphia. Also, we are streaming live on Ustream.tv on your PC. Also, download the Ustream app on your mobile device. Either way, search Build and Destroy Radio, and we come up live on your tablet, your phone, your iPhone, whatever you're rocking with this evening. We're live on that through Ustream. So the number to dial if you have any opinions or you want to call in and say what's up to the fellas, 215-472-0882 is the number to dial. Again, this is the Mighty Build and Destroy radio program broadcasting on this spring Tuesday night. We're going to take a quick break for the pause. We're going to pull up to Derek's Community Corner, and we'll be right back. Build and Destroy Radio.
My curiosity was piqued. I had to go make sure we was on the whip. Clear as day.
Clear as day.
Good, yes.
Woo.
I just wanted to know, were we out, because with last couple shows ago, we
We
weren't
weren't
on.
sure. Yeah, we weren't
We
on.
weren't on.
Yeah.
Like, we know, it was like, you turn the radio on, no, it was just static, but it was clear as day.
Sounded
Clear as
good?
day, yeah.
Great.
Clear as day.
Oh, you
Clear
finally
as day.
did it.
I had to check that.
You finally
man.
did it.
I had to see,
I'm so
like, you know, I
glad
was
you
nervous
did that.
about that, you know?
Yeah. The mics are crisp.
Jeez,
Speaking
yeah,
to your
man,
mic,
yeah,
man, you
okay,
sound even
okay,
better.
Okay.
Yeah. So what number is he? This is for your, what is
That's
it?
not 4.
No, I'm 4. You're,
That's not 4.
nah, this is 4, yeah. You're,
It's 2, 3, 4.
yeah, 2, 3, 4. So
This
what
is
number?
2.
Just 2, so he's 3, okay. So 3.
Turn you up a little bit. That's not the mic, dude. These are the mic.
Yeah, but it goes up louder though. It's through the headset. It's the
This
headset
is
volume.
the volume, right?
Okay.
That's what, if you take this down, it's nothing. This is the volume.
For what, the headset?
No, these are the mics.
Yeah, I know. But they're going up louder as I'm touching these. Like his mic went up louder. Like I mean, in my headset. In my headset.
That's the thing right there.
Okay, Audacity's working. Good. Okay, everything's good. All right. Well, good money. Find this good community
Got
outreach.
two good ones.
There.
Two good
You got
ones.
2 good ones.
Good one.
Yeah. And then we'll come back in for bombing and you'll talk about the
Okay.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep it rolling.
You see Steph shaking them boys in the dribble like that.
The shimmy.
His pat was just, it was going behind his back. Like, it was like, what is this? Who does that in the game? Just to be shaking them boys like behind the back. Just
In
like,
the game.
Just like,
He
you know,
coming
coming
up
off
with
the
That was
screen.
part
Just,
of Globetrotters.
oh, it was
Yeah,
that
man.
pockets. You don't see nobody do that in
But you
games
know what?
and one
If you
nonsense.
saw the
In the
beginning of the
game.
game,
Crucial game.
he was getting that rust off.
Yeah.
By the time you gave him a whole extra 5
Yeah,
minutes,
oh,
Right,
he was like, I'm good now. Like, I'm feeling it now.
Oh my
You'd have
God.
been better to just lose
Band
in
is crazy. Where
regulation.
you get that band from?
Dude, I don't know.
That band is sick.
You,
Yeah, man.
you'd have been better to just lose in regulation with him just having a regular game. With him just having with him having like 20-something points.
Right,
whatever.
Right.
you gave that extra
You know what I mean?
five.
But you gave him the extra 5 minutes, let him take another
So, right.
17 and just dominate the whole freaking overtime.
And
And make it let him know that he's
Yeah.
back. He was like, I'm back.
I'm back.
I'm back.
He
Steve
yelled
Kerr
to
comes,
the
the
back.
first thing he said in the press conference, and Steph's going to start on Wednesday night. Like,
Yeah.
he's good now.
Yeah.
That's the first thing Steve Kerr said.
Yeah.
Just to answer your questions,
I'm gonna
Steph's
go out on
going
a
to start
limb.
Wednesday
I'm gonna go out
night.
on a limb. We're gonna start.
Close these
Off the
boys
bench.
out.
Off the bench with 40.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
And he was having turnovers. He was doing his joint and
Right.
throwing. Nobody was there. Like you could just see it was off.
Trying to get his timing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You want him time.
You would have just been better to just go down by 2
Right.
with Steph leaving with like
Yeah,
23
man.
points, 6 turnovers, 3 assists. That would have been fine. That would have been good enough.
Yo, we hit our spot Saturday, man. It was a good look. The Mexican spot on Main Street.
Oh, that joint we got the
Yeah,
tacos from.
they had tequila sunrise special for $5, man. Yeah, we were lit.
Who you
And
did?
we like to put it. We took it there. Yeah, we took it
Who
there.
you was with?
Mrs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we took it there.
Nice.
Tequila sunrise. She's like, I'm sleepy. We took it there. We started out behind the breeze, got a grub, drank a little bit there, then went to Main Street, drank it.
He's out King of Hudson.
Yeah, we started at King of Prussia, made it to Main Street, went back to the crib, smoked a couple cigars, drank a little bit.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Nice. Was you kid free? That's a kid
Yeah, we was kid free.
Kid free nights.
We was kid free. That was a good Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah, it was kid
man.
free. Yeah, Pep's to a birthday party.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, we were kid free. That was a real good one.
That's some good moonshine
Little
music.
blues, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Put your suspenders on.
Mayonnaise
Pipe.
jar.
Good,
full of
yeah.
booze.
right.
Cobb, little Cobb joint on the side of your mouth.
Yeah. Sunday. What's the week I got, man?
You want to do something Sunday?
Yeah, I see, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh man. I mean,
I thought we would have the B&D meeting.
Yeah.
You come in my crib. I
Yeah,
fire
yeah.
up that grill.
yeah,
Do
I'm
some
down. I mean, just, you
See
know.
how you
Let's
let
see,
us know
let's
how you
see, let's
feel.
see, let's see whatever's clever. Stu.
Yeah.
If so, then we can do it in my lap.
I'm right now, I'm
Do it in
saying
my
I'm
lap.
down, man.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm down.
No, I understand, bro.
Nah, but that's why I'm trying to have everything Friday. People wanted, one church wanted me to have it Monday. I was like,
Nah,
nah, I
let's
was like, I gotta get this over
get this,
with.
get out the way, man. It's hanging over you like
They wanted you to do what?
we want to
One
do
church
Monday.
is like Thursday, which was too soon. or Monday.
Yeah,
I was like, Thursday's gonna be too much, and Monday's way too much. That is a whole other weekend.
No, man, no, I can't.
Yeah, Good Friday, then I can have my weekend off.
You gotta let it out.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know, man. You want to get that over with, boy. Cause I know how you feeling. You're walking around the days like you're on autopilot right now. That's all it is. And you're gonna have that moment. Let me tell you.
I don't have it.
Yeah, okay. I had mine, but I had about 5 and 2, but one hit me.
With the jaw, man, thinking about when she came up,
when she saw you. The window.
I thought about that. You know what I thought about? I was thinking about your mom all week. I was thinking about hanging out with you when y'all used to live in Lincoln Green. When you had just moved around there and I was helping y'all still move stuff in. And your mom was cracking us up. I was like, she was funny that day. And we were sitting just chilling, getting settled in the crib and all that. But yeah, man, it's, gotta go through your process, bro. It's all I can say. Your process,
Like I tell everybody, the hardest thing about death, man, is that nothing else stops. Like you're on stop.
There it is, right there.
Everything else is still
everything else moves.
It's like that joint in the movie where the people stand still and
everything's still going fast.
It's like you want the world to just stop.
That's the cruelest.
For
that's the cruelest part.
With you, but it's like nah.
That's the cruelest
part.
You
cut on the radio.
Gotta go to work. Gotta pay bills.
But I'm just saying, you cut on TV. Game's still on.
Yeah,
everybody's still happy. Cut on the radio. Everybody
that's the worst part of it, and that's also the part that pulls you out of it. Because after a while, you're down, you're laying there, you get trampled by stuff moving, and after a while, you're like, get my ass up. You just get up, shake it off, and then you keep moving. You still have your moments where you break down, but that movement is what gets you back up eventually. It works two ways, man. It really does, and that's what it did for me. Cause I was below the crib. I was like, oh my god,
it's all good.
You clean the corner?
Yeah, got the corner.
Okay. Ooh. Damn, you know what I mean? We walked into that. Wow.
What is it?
Beats playing?
What?
Little Tariq?
Yeah.
Tariq sneak up.
Black.
What if he tapped the window?
Come back after this.
What if he tapped the window? I just dropped this for y'all. Okay.
Can we come back after this?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Knock on the window.
Yeah. Yo, what's up, fella? So I ain't know about y'all. I laid this down for y'all real quick.
Let's see. Hey, how are you? Good. I'm doing good. Yeah. Okay.
Fat's got this little fly ass flick on Facebook. I saw him. I was putting this
I didn't check it and see.
What's up, John? I was like, what you about to get your bleak? You about to be like, you about to
extra out of all
man. Yeah, look at all bleakish.
Okay. I appreciate it. Sure, I appreciate it. It's gonna be at the church. And then if people come to the house.
Now I can't find it. Oh, there it is.
Oh God! Wow.
Official repast of it.
Unbelievable. Look at that cover. Look at jazz album cover. All you need is a horn in his hand.
Exactly. Look at this shit. We're that Coleman, like you know, like session.
Or is that Coleman?
Fat fashion. The fat fashion quartet. Why these three boys are moving dumpsters behind them?
Thank you so much for your call.
Oh God.
Fat children. It's a nice ass too.
Yeah.
I'm ready whenever.
Let's do it.
What's that? Oh, here now. Yeah, that's crazy.
What's happening? Build Destroy Radio back on your airwaves, returning from a brief commercial break. if you're checking us out on Ustream and Ustream.tv, you notice that, when things continue, we're talking behind the scenes and, just doing what we do, being silly and getting ready. But now that we're back, we're pulling up on the corner. Ad's corner. Ad's community corner to be exact.
Absolutely.
The happenings and goings on in Southwest and West Philadelphia.
Yes.
Ads, take it away, brother.
Well, you guys know from last week, we touched on some cultural opportunities for young artists to come up and expand their profile. We have another event focused on business owners this week. State Rep Vanessa L. Brown will host an informational breakfast for local residents who currently own or are looking to start a small business. The breakfast will be held at 9 a.m. Thursday, May the 12th at Indigo Blue Design and Culture Center, 3870-72 Lancaster Avenue. The breakfast is designed to help local residents navigate state regulations as they expand, start, or relocate small business in Pennsylvania. Local business and financial institutions will be on hand to answer questions and offer advice as well. Although the breakfast is free, an RSVP is required. You'll want to email vbrown@pahouse.net or call 215-879-6615. Again, that's the Business Owners Breakfast this Thursday, May the 12th, starting at 9 a.m. at the Indigo Blue Design and Culture Center, 3870-72 Lancaster Avenue.
I like that.
And then we also have the annual Student Athlete Day. For the last 8 years, Reaction Sports has been putting on a student athlete banquet that has featured athletes from across the tri-state who've acquired a 3.0 GPA or better in school. The goal is to encourage academic stability as well as strong academic habits. In today's society, there's a void of public acknowledgement of support and encouragement for athletes to match the level of success in the athletic realm to be parallel to the student's potential in the academic arena. Reaction Sports has established a Student Athlete Day to fill that void. This is a free public event. Student Athlete Day will be held at 5 p.m. also on Thursday, May the 12th at Dave and Buster's, 325 North Columbus Boulevard. Everyone is encouraged to come support these wonderful athletes. For information, contact Jamal Green at 267-978-8100. Again, that's celebration of the student athletes in our community who have acquired a 3.0 GPA or better in school. And that's the community corner for the week.
Two of the more passionate things that are close to my heart: student athleticism, student athletes, and entrepreneurism.
Great.
Two great things on the corner this week.
Absolutely.
Jack. I'm gonna have to hang out on the corner a little bit
Absolutely.
longer.
I encourage it. Come to the corner.
Yeah, I like what's going down. I like what's going down.
The only thing we're slinging is knowledge.
That's right.
Don't you forget it.
And that's some powerful issues slinging right there, brother.
Yes, sir.
Knowledge in the community. That is what it's about.
Yes.
Oh man, yes. Speaking of the community, President Obama has passed another precedent-setting movement or measure in the final moments of his presidency. He has recently commuted the sentences of 58 nonviolent drug convicts. President Obama has commuted the prison terms of 58 nonviolent drug offenders, nearly a third of whom were serving life sentences, the White House reported last Thursday. It just doesn't make any sense, the president said. It just doesn't make any sense to require a nonviolent drug offender to serve 20 years or, in some cases, life in prison. Many of the convicts have been serving time for crack cocaine. Crack users have for years faced steeper penalties than users of powder cocaine, even though the two substances are molecularly similar. Critics have said the disparity has unfairly hurt poor African American communities. Obama has pushed to reform the U.S. criminal justice system to reduce the number of people serving long sentences for such crimes, and it is one of the few issues for which the Democratic president has received support from Republican lawmakers.
And what were the two drugs again? There were the two drugs in comparison were.
Powder cocaine
Okay.
as opposed to crack cocaine.
Oh, I see.
The
Okay.
yayo, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
The regular yayo, you know, the one you put your face in, you know, man? Yayo and the rock, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yayo,
Yeah, yo.
the stuff.
The stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Stuff. Stuff.
See me caught?
So yeah, the president stepped up, man. This is something, you know, that falls along. He's the first president to visit a state penitentiary and speak to the prisoners. One of the things that he heard numerous times over and over again was about the sentences they were getting for nonviolent offenders. And basically he did something about it. He said, let me take a look at that. So him and the people that are running this program, you know, took a look at these things, and he has passed clemency, the most clemencies in over 40 years. So this is something big. I remember Bill Clinton had a big movement, but I think Obama and a number of people he has released from jail because of the injustice of the time, the times and terms that they were getting, has surpassed. I think his time, the amount of people, the 58 people he has released, is more people released by him than the last 5 presidents put together. So, you know, this speaks towards the injustices that go on, you know, with drugs. And this is something we've heard time and time again. Like why these cats are not, you know, they're getting that kingpin tag, and they're getting 20, 25 years, you know. So he's looking at that, and he's passing. I think there's a local gentleman that just got released. It was in the Sunday paper for Obama's program. The Obama administration announced this is the most ambitious clemency program of 40 years. Dating back to April of 2014, the program has struggled under a deluge of unprocessed cases. And they still, there's still a ton of cases they have to get to, but they still pass more than the last 5 presidents combined. So that's big. I'm sorry, not 5, 6. More than the last 6 presidents combined. So, and I think he has another president-setting initiative going where, let me think, the president is about to, he's visiting Hiroshima tomorrow, I believe. And he'll be the first American president to visit Hiroshima since the bombing back in World War II. He's going to meet the people, he's going to walk the land, and, you know, so, you know, our president's going out with a bang. Going out with a bang.
Well, one of the things was that you always heard the sentiment that he didn't do anything for his people per se, or his race.
His constituencies.
If you look at what he did with the sentences, with, you know, community with sentences, that is largely, or even reversing that law against the 2 forms of cocaine. That's something for his people. And Obamacare is, you know, it's not just for quote unquote his race, but it's also.
Oh man, look, we have in the house.
Holy
We are graced
Wow.
with the presence of one Uncle Knowledge, aka Uncle Barry,
In that second one there.
of the round table,
For 2 more.
has come in to grace us with his presence. Barry, what's happening?
No, nothing. I just came.
Great to see you. Great to
Oh,
see you.
great to be seen. Trust me. I just came in. There were some announcements that I
You have
wanted to.
announcements?
Yes, right there.
Okay.
For you to make.
Okay.
One about this Saturday, the Woodland Avenue market, and then there's a flea market we're having at St. Cyprian Church.
Hey, we're just talking about President Obama, but we're gonna roll back around.
Oh, I
to the
heard.
corner again.
Yeah.
Go to the
There,
corner.
we're back in the corner.
We got
Drop
to the
some.
corner.
Yeah, we're back at the corner.
Absolutely.
Wait, we got corner music now.
Oh, we got corner music?
Absolutely. All right. Back to the corner again. Barry has graced us with 2 more great events taking place in the West Philly, Southwest Philly district. Woodland Avenue Vendors Row Festival taking place Saturday, May 14th. This 2016 from 12 noon to 8 p.m. Location 54th and Woodland Avenue, free and open to the public. A community parade begins at 9 a.m., which also features food, games, entertainment, and marketplace. There's a free giveaways of more than $5,000 worth of books, products, educational materials and resources, and taste testing. Offering and providing business owners, entrepreneurs, vendors, craft persons, merchandisers, and inventors the free opportunity to display and sell their products, goods, and services. Again, merchandisers and inventors the free opportunity to display and sell their products. Generally, you have to get a permit for that kind of thing.
Right.
The opportunity to come up for free.
Okay.
Can't beat that. You can still register to sell items if you like, but there will also be live performances, author book signings, job opportunities to apply for jobs. The guest host, master of ceremonies, will be outstanding media personalities such as Robert Van Cliff, Dwayne Reed, Keith Mungan, Alexandra Evans, Jacqueline Fulton, John McKay, Ronald Boone Cook, and Nazir Olsen.
Also Barry Gordon.
Absolutely. Distinguished personalities. For more information, you can contact Maurice Henderson at 267-230-0317, Kevin Horn at 267-586-3599, or Mike Ross at 484-250-9055. There's also a website, DORSROW.US. Again, that's www.Woodland Avenue. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, Woodland Avenue Vendors Row. I'm sorry. A little off there. Woodland Avenue Vendors Row.us. I made that more difficult than it should have been.
That's all right.
And then we also have the Women of St. Cyprian. Please join us at our flea market Saturday, June 4th, 2016, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The rain date is June the 11th, 2016. It's taking place at the Cobbs Creek Parkway and Cedar Avenue. The cost of a space to reserve a table is $20, non-refundable. You need to bring your own table. Space is limited. Reservations are on a first come, first served basis. For additional information, please contact Mona Hutchison at 215-727-0787. Again, that's the Women of St. Cyprian at their flea market taking place this Saturday. Saturday, June the 4th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Rain date, June the 11th. Once again, you'll contact Mona Hutchison, 215-727-0787.
All right. Additional bonus coverage
Bonus
from the corner. Brought to us not only by one host of Barry Gordon, Barry and Denise at the Round Table, which airs tomorrow from, I forgot your time, 7 to 9.
7 to 9.
7 to 9 at the Round Table with Barry, Denise, and Cynthia doing their thing. Great informative radio, again, at Community Leader WPEB. Barry, we would be remiss if we didn't pull you in this conversation. We were just talking about President Obama and the amount of clemencies he has granted.
Yes.
Yeah,
And it's really good. Some of them are horrific. There was this one young lady, her husband was being investigated, and they wanted her to cooperate with them, and they didn't. She got a life sentence for some crack she had. It wasn't even a major amount. She's already done 21 years of
Oh my God.
and so she was another one that was given clemency. It is ridiculous what the things they have done, and a lot of people want to blame the Clinton administration for that act that was passed, which a lot of people voted for, even Bernie. But that act was put in place because in the 80s at that time, there were a lot of people being killed, and young people with the drug wars and things and for crack. So it wasn't just one of the things was, just like Clinton said himself, he said it in anger with people shouting out about that. He said, I was trying to stop you all from killing each other. Which it was honestly the truth. I hate to say that, but that's what it was. And he recognized what happened was the states took it to another level. It wasn't the federal government because they weren't indicting anybody. It was the state. Each state took that as okay, we can go for broken and lock up as many African Americans or Hispanic people as we can. So, you know, I don't put a heavy, like a lot of people want to put a heavy harness on the Clinton administration for that, but it was a horrific time and they're trying to make some changes.
That's funny you say that, because I thought that was a law that was put in play by the Reagan
No,
administration.
no.
You're right, it was the Clinton
It was the Clinton
administration. Right.
administration.
And we're talking again about the weight that crack cocaine pulls for sentencing,
Yeah.
mandatory sentence.
No, now that wasn't, not that, it was the thing about the, you know, the 3 strikes and
Oh, 3
all the
strikes,
7
and that was
laws.
definitely
Yeah,
Clinton,
that
right.
was under Clinton administration, so, I mean, it was something that was already in the, realms of things going, just like Dick Gregory said, we have to be very careful. And he said this back in the 1960s or 50s, late 50s, early 60s, conservatism is another word for racism. And we have to keep that in mind, just like when we look at these election things and all these people going for Trump, and they don't even understand what Trump is for. He doesn't even understand what Trump's for, and he really went further than his imagination could take him.
I said that. I said that. Then I
Yes.
said that. He literally was like, okay, once he started running and realized he's won, it was like done as a
He's
move.
now
Like,
he's
okay,
going-
now I'm actually winning this thing.
Yeah,
Let's
he's
keep
begging.
going.
He's actually
I
begging.
well.
He's actually begging Washington to help him now. He said, "I need a vice president who knows the government, who knows."
I
He's
know,
pretty much
I
said
know.
that.
Because
Because
he
he
does-
said, because I don't know what I'm doing.
Wow.
That's
Exactly.
the code for
Wow.
I need somebody that knows the day to day. I don't know
Yes.
what I'm doing.
Wow.
Right.
And then he got what's the name doing his search? What is his name?
Ben Carson.
Uncle Ben Carson.
Yeah, Uncle Ben. Sleepy
And
Ben.
now Uncle Ben is making deals and everything without the Trump administration. He's trying to play nicey with the Speaker of the House and everything. And Trump did not officially, the campaign committee did not ask him to do that.
Right.
He was working that on his own. And
Right.
Chris Christie is somewhere having, what is that? Some sticky buns or something. But it's just all crazy.
It's
just
crazy.
And what's her name is still delivering children for her daughter.
Hillary?
No, not Hillary. What's her
Sarah-
name? Sarah
Sarah
Palin. Her
Palin.
daughter
Sarah
had
Palin.
another child. No wedding bells nowhere, but that's okay.
Do you know who if there was a black woman with a family, how they would have crucified her?
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
my
Wait a
God.
minute, could you imagine if Michelle Obama had posed in nude in magazines? Well, Obama would never have been president. But Melania Trump, that's okay.
Incredible.
That's okay.
Incredible.
Vanessa Williams lost her crown for
Right.
president.
Right. And you're about to make this woman the first lady.
First lady, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't be Miss USA, but you could be the first lady.
Yeah.
You can't make this stuff up, man.
No, you
make
can't.
this stuff up.
It's just,
It's
And you talk to the Trump people, it doesn't matter. They're the same. This is the same as in 1936 in Germany. When you talk to the German people about Hitler and the Nazi Party, oh, we're not political, but he did give us the Autobahn, he gave us the people's car, the Volkswagen, because that's what he had to design a car cheap enough for everybody to have. Volks means people, and Wagen the car, so they developed the Volkswagen. That's why you don't find too many Jewish people in Volkswagen.
Right.
And the Autobahn, and they refined heroin, and because heroin was to get people off the laudanum and the morphine. But just like we have, what is that today to get people off the heroin? What is that called?
Narcan?
No, something like that. There's another one too. I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, a lot of medical things were developed. Methadone. A lot of medical things were developed in the concentration camp because they had free things people to work on. And also, we have to keep in mind this blaming separate people. You see where London's mayor is a Muslim.
Yeah,
He
the first Muslim.
And he said he got to come to the United States before January. Trump gets in, he's not coming. So Trump said, "No, we'll make an exception for you." He said, "I don't want to be an exception for you."
Exactly. I don't want to
Yes,
come.
I don't want to come. And so the world, and it's so all the things that he's saying and doing is so parallel to Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
And so the rest of the world is looking. We're keeping the news out of what the rest of the world is saying, because the rest of the world is not going to sit back like Chamberlain did in England and let all this stuff go by and let them take them a little more and a little more and a little more. And that's another reason I think Obama's going to Hiroshima, like I heard you mention. I was listening to the call. Because one of the things to keep in mind, because Trump is talking about give Japan, which they probably have already, and South Korea nuclear weapons. And so, he wants to make a statement that this was a horrible thing he did. I doubt if he'll apologize. But on the same token, because what a lot of people fail to realize, and if they get into that, it'd be real ugly, World War II, from the Japanese standpoint of view, was to get the French, the Dutch, and the English out of Asia. And we, the United States, put a blockade on Japan because we couldn't declare war on Japan because Roosevelt got in on his second term on keeping us out of war. So he had to force Japan into a war. So we put a military blockade. That's why our fleet was in Pearl around Japan, so no food or anything could get in or out, and it was all going to the French, the Dutch, and the English.
Wow.
And the Japanese, we were forced to attack, and that precipitated that. We wanted them to, because, you know, the yellow menace was getting too big for them. So that was no surprise, so they don't want all that to come out, so I don't think apologies are in order.
Right.
You know, because apologies would have to go back real deep. Anyway, gentlemen, I'm gonna have to run, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's enough. I mean, we can eat off of that.
Yeah, exactly. Food for thought.
Okay, there you
The
go.
lights are on fire right now.
Take care.
All these things off.
We can eat off of that for a minute.
All right.
Now we can go back to the blah blah blah.
Yeah, exactly. The minutia of nonsense that we talk about every Tuesday.
We just got schooled.
After the gem. These and more gems can be found Wednesdays,
Well,
7 to 9.
Beyonce.
Yeah, exactly.
And on a World Star, there was a fight in a mall.
World Star, you know, like, yeah. Uncle Knowledge,
How do we
doing
follow
what
that?
he does best.
Real make you feel real.
Man.
And leaves the mic smoking.
Listen, let the mic smoke.
I wanted more. I was
Yeah,
saying that.
right,
See,
right.
why you feel like
You
I
gonna
wanted
leave us like
more.
that?
Yeah, man.
Feed me.
But again,
Oh my God.
that's the stuff you find at the round table with Barry, Cynthia, and
Definitely.
Denise.
Yes.
Wednesdays, every Wednesday, 7 to 9 on WPEB. You know, dropping that knowledge and many other things. It just keeps on coming. But that's what Uncle Knowledge does.
Anticlimactic, I took your phone.
And he's a kleptomaniac too. On top of that.
Keys, phones.
Smooth. He just talk to you while
Smooth
you
criminal. Yep.
and what you need to know about is how, and you just be like,
He gleamed
And
you.
then what I was saying the other day was, you're like,
Sitting there in your drawers like, wait a minute,
What
what
just
happened to my clothes? Like, wait, what happened? I don't have anything with my watch.
But I know about Benghazi now. I'm
But
fully up on Benghazi.
I don't know what time it is because I don't have a watch now. Like, damn, like, hold on. Uncle Knowledge, man, he's something else.
Oh, man.
Barry Gordon at the round table with Barry, Cynthia, and Denise. Make sure y'all check it out. They're the ones that gave us our start.
Absolutely. Put us up on this.
Put us up on this radio thing. You know, game get game. Put us down with the movement, this radio movement, and you know, we've been building ever since. But you know, keeping things on a political tip. Mayor Kenny made a statement. You talk about Obama making a statement over in Hiroshima and the stuff that he's doing with the tailing out the end of his presidency. Mayor Kenny, at the beginning of his residency as mayor, made a statement when he sent out a declaration to all city employees that there are now travel restrictions with no business to be had with anyone, any city business traveling to North Carolina or any of the other states in Mississippi, I think in some Louisiana and some other parts of the South that have passed the bathroom laws which restrict transgender individuals from using them on the grounds of personal preference. Mayor Kenny has stated that no city employee will be allowed to travel into those states until those laws are repealed or there's some sort of movement on that. Only by special permission will any city employee be allowed to move. So he's made a statement, drew line in the sand in regards to that and lends his support to the transgender and gay communities by stating that there's no city business going on down there while he's mayor. We're going to check this line. So, Snoop, how you feel about that?
Sure, this is Jerry.
What a tangled web we weave. Very tangled web. It's just dicey, man.
It's a dicey.
Hey, Barry, you want to get on air with that? We have Barry again. He has a statement with a drop by
Okay.
transgender thing.
Okay.
Hold on one moment, Barry. We'll get you right on.
We're going to put you on. Barry, you there? Okay, we have Barry Gordon, aka Uncle Niles, on the line now. He was just in studio. Barry, what's on your mind?
Right. Oh no, that's an issue too. That's definitely an issue.
It's funny you say that. Now I thought it automatically was both ways.
No, no,
Transgender either
no,
way.
no, no. He's saying most.
Right. Exactly.
Right. Correct.
It's the same. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You see, I've seen that before. Right. Right. I mean, and the whole thing. I think Mayor Kenny drawing a line in the sand with city employees traveling. I think it's a political statement as well as a litigious statement because because. Right. Right. Well, that's the handbook. That's the handbook. You right. Exactly. And the slope that you're talking about extends far beyond transgender and homosexuals and everything else. This is precedent setting stuff and people need to recognize that. Right, and that's why Mayor Kenny had to delineate and make that judgment because many of the city employees, that work for the city of Philadelphia, some are transgender, some are homosexual. So if you send them on city business to one of these cities and something happens to them, then that puts the city, possibly um, makes them liable and puts them in a bad light because he didn't make any stand. So he's doing this on two different fronts. And like you said, Barry, I mean you have to be careful when you look at these kind of rulings and extend your vision beyond the immediate conversation.
Well, let's make it more.
But we appreciate it,
Bring my wallet back.
and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, Barry. Bye bye.
Let's. I like to take it a little. I like to bring it closer to home. How would you feel at work if a woman she went out on a 3-month leave and she came back as a dude, came in the bathroom while you were at the urinal? And inversely, how would you feel when your wife came home and says, well, John's a woman now, but he was in the bathroom with me? How does that make you feel?
Well, how it'll make me feel is first of all, John's not John anymore. John's Joanna. So that John doesn't exist anymore.
Let me tell you
So
Is it that simple?
Let me
though,
tell you
Dave? Is it
something.
really
Just-
that
let me
simple?
tell you something,
And just
Dave.
say okay.
Let me
just-
tell you something,
When
David.
you
Go
your
get your banana split and go take hormones and do everything you want. You were created by God as a man. You cannot strip that man out of you as many surgeries, hormones, anything you take. You can't strip it out of
No,
you.
I agree.
So they are still John.
Yeah. So
I think they are still John.
I'm not-
I mean, but I'm
feel you. They
saying
still- in
some
essence-
people don't have a problem with it. Some
Still-
people
Is this
do.
Rouse?
Some people do have a problem with it.
Duck Rouse. We have Darren Ducky Rouse on the phone.
Okay, you want to put that?
Duck,
We
you
have
wanna
a
jump in
caller
on
coming in.
on
He's
something
going to
that
jump in on the
Building Destroy,
conversation.
Wade?
Let us get your opinion, Doc.
Absolutely.
Good to go.
We-
Absolutely. We'll put you on real quick, man. I think the people need to hear that. Duck, hold on a moment. Put him on, man. I just wanted to say some
All
comments.
right, we have a caller calling in right now. Caller, who are you? Where you calling from? Hello? Caller, you there? What's good? What you calling about, caller? Who are you, first of all? Let the people know. Okay, okay. Oh, man, Darren Ducky Rouse is on the
We
program.
appreciate you, brother.
Welcome, bro. We do appreciate you, man. What are you chiming in on tonight, Duck?
Oh. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Hey, just keep praying for me, man. That's the biggest thing I need right now.
Big ups to you, Darren Rouse.
Yeah,
Thanks
good
for
looking,
stepping
man.
up,
Love you, man. Respect you. You know what I mean?
man.
You good? You there? Yeah, you there? All right, well,
Oh, okay.
listen, man. We love you. I love you. We love you. Respect you for that, man. And just keep praying for me, man. There you go.
There you go.
Duck, you know it.
No doubt. Amen. Thank you, man.
Thanks for the call, Duck.
Peace, Duck.
You too, man.
All right.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. All right, now. Darren Ducky Rouse. 2 weeks in a row, we've had some legendary Miller'sville-ites
Indeed.
Right.
call in. Larry White last week, and then we get a call from Darren Rouse. That's a big call. We
That's a
thank
big
him for
call.
supporting us.
Definitely.
Yeah. Back to what we were saying.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
but
I see what
just
you're
your
saying.
personal feelings on that.
Right.
Because you can be politically correct, you can be politically incorrect,
Sure.
but it's
At the end of the
something.
day,
It's something beyond
At the end of the
political.
day, yeah.
It's something about how do you feel and how do you
Right.
when when your niece goes to work
Mhm.
and the boys now and he's in. It's just like
Let me
I
talk. From a
don't
personal,
have good feelings about it.
well, you know what?
Personal.
From a personal standpoint, I'm split down the middle. I totally agree with what you're saying. There is a sensitivity towards that that makes you wince and be careful for the loved ones in your life and how this is going to affect them. On the other hand, I see beyond, like I was just telling Barry earlier, I see beyond the direct conversation about whoever, whether it be homosexuals, transgender people, whatever, and I see beyond that, and I see these laws and these discussions and arguments that change from states to states and everything else. This is precedent-setting stuff, and if you walk the wrong line with this is setting things up to be very similar to what went on in Germany and with Hitler. And what stakes is high, like De La Soul said, you put into the mix someone, the presidency that's up for grabs, and you have a clown like Donald Trump, aka the Orange Meanie, who could possibly, he's close. We joke about him, we
He
clown
can
this
win.
dude.
Yeah,
He's right there, man.
He can win.
I don't even think he knew he would be this close.
Right.
But he's right there. And like I said, that raises the stakes to another level when you're talking about these kind of laws, this kind of discussion, and then you mix into the fact a rebel rouser like Donald Trump, who is taking on a look that's very representative or very similar to what Hitler did in Germany prior to World War II. So I mean, it's scary. You have these laws, you have this man staring people up, being a voice of people that we know are out there as blacks. We know that people think like this and have opinions like this.
Yeah.
And I just see that side of it as well. So
And as you should.
yeah, scary times we're in right
But
now.
I don't know. What's your thought?
No, I agree with it. I feel a lot what you're saying, Snoop. also see your point as well, David. It's just to me, it's just such a man. It's an impossibility. I think it's just to really appease everybody. There's no way you're going to satisfy everyone. You're just not.
Right.
There's going to be some hurt feelings on both sides of the coin. I mean, you're asking people who for decades and decades have done it one way. Men's room, women's room.
Right.
Now every place with a public bathroom is going to have some laws in place for people that either identify with one other sex, or you're going to have to redesign every public space to accommodate now a man's room, a woman's room, and possibly a transgender.
Well, they're starting to do that already.
You have to. I mean, look at all the public places. They be talking about everywhere in the United States.
Well,
stadiums, jobs, offices, places of businesses.
Right, everywhere has a bathroom.
I mean, and how many millions of bathrooms are? I mean, my goodness, you have to now put laws in place where people who have legitimate concerns have to be concerned. Because if I'm a father and I'm taking my daughter to the bathroom, you know, I have to be worried about who's in the bathroom with me. It's like, it's already enough to take your daughter. It's already enough, you know, when you're taking a child to the bathroom. Imagine now, when you're freedom of ease, anyone can use the bathroom.
And here's the
scary
thing. And I think Uncle Knowledge tried to comment on it, and I would rebuttal that by saying the thing about being a man and having that man thing in you is a man is a visual creature. A man can see a naked woman, never seen her in her life, never spoke to her, whatever, and be like, oh, I want to have sex.
Yeah.
A woman is not as inclined because they usually need to hear something. Yeah. They need to be wooed. They need to have be the right temperature. You know, everything lined up. They're not just gonna look at you and oh, great, let's get it. Right. So when you have that man now in with the women, and he still may have that, you know, and I know they say the wiring changes and things, but I think that's what the rub is, especially for the women in that restroom. Yeah.
The uneasiness that you speak about.
Now, when you bring a woman into a man's locker room or restroom, you don't have the innate parts of nature that just says, ooh, I see something swinging or you're cut or whatever like that. It's just it doesn't work. You know, like some are, but the majority aren't.
Well, to speak to. I think that the people that are fighting this out in Capitol Hill and the lawmakers, they've heard you. I heard reports that many businesses or they're passing laws now to adopt, like what you were saying, they're starting to change the face of way of bathrooms. Like now they're saying that to quell some of those concerns that you speak about, they're going to designate a stall in the bathroom that's specifically for transgender. Like they're gonna have a whole nother symbol. Insert joke here. I don't know what the symbol's gonna be. A banana, with a dress. I don't know what.
I'll put it to you.
I don't know what it's gonna be, but they're gonna designate an area of the bathrooms now to be specifically for people like that.
And then what if the place is crowded?
I gotta go.
Hey, you're not transgender.
No different from handicap. No different from handicap.
Well,
we're in some wild times, man.
I think one of the crux of the debate was that you had to use the bathroom that was on your birth certificate.
Okay.
So now that you have changed, and you basically can't change your birth certificate.
Right.
You can't, go back like changing your name or
I heard that
or
too,
changing. You could changing. This is other things you can change.
Well, Target went against that and said you don't have to use the name of birth certificate. You can use what you identify with. Some people say birth certificate. Others are saying what you identify with.
I think that's fair enough, man. What you identify with. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
and that's what you identify as. And
you're now a woman or you're now a man.
Come on.
I put it like this.
I feel pretty.
I think a woman.
Come on.
A woman who's in a restroom. A woman is more guarded of their privates, and their locker room etiquette is much different
than a man.
There's a lot than a man.
Yes,
so if you have a 6'2" woman coming in, broad shouldered, long arms, maybe not an Adam's apple. We've all been on the street and be like, yo, that's a dude. Yeah. And when that person comes in the bathroom, I feel as though it would make a lot of women uneasy.
Have you seen the Warshawski brothers? For those that don't know, the Warshawski brothers are the brothers they're screenwriters and filmmakers. They're behind
The Matrix.
The Matrix.
Yeah.
They both had gender assignment
Right,
surgery,
right,
so they're both
yeah.
women now. They're the Wachowski sisters now.
Unbelievable. Both of them had.
One, yeah, the first one did it. The older brother, I believe, did it first, and they live very reclusive lives. They're not big on camera. The second one came out for the first time about a month ago. They have a new movie coming out, and he had to promote it at some events to hype the movie. So he came out in public for the first time as a woman.
Unbelievable.
It was hideous because these are big dudes.
Yeah, they were.
These are big dudes. The
like-
Wachowski brothers are like 6'2", 6'3".
And they were a little on the chubby side.
Yeah, they're kind of chunky.
Oh,
So the
they-
latest
so that's
one.
what I'm
Kate
saying.
looks a hot mess.
Oh,
I'm
they
sorry.
look
To
crazy.
get
Yeah,
that touch
yeah,
right in
you're
your
right.
Yeah,
But-
they
but
look crazy.
I can imagine what
I'm
them
just saying.
brothers-
That's just my opinion. They look
But-
crazy. They
so-
look crazy.
So
They
good
look
example, David. So imagine that walking into
Walking
the
in the bathroom.
bathroom
That's what made
with
me
your
think of.
wife, with your
Right.
daughter, with your sister, with
Right.
your niece, with your mom, and I have to think it would make you feel uneasy. You know
Let's
what I
think
mean?
about that. How about this? Just to muddle the argument to make it even more difficult. What about Brittany Griner? Brittany Griner would make people uneasy as
Yeah.
well.
I know.
If
She
she
came-
was 6'8", Joe walking
if she came
into
in
an
my
average woman,
bathroom.
they wouldn't know. Like now that
she
everything's so
came in the bed-
speculated, you don't often see 6'8" women walking in bathrooms.
Right.
You got 5'7", 5'8" women who are like, yo, this
But
is a
she's
dude.
a woman.
This
She's
is
a
a
woman.
dude. So their first thought, you see Brittany coming with dreads and rough, but she has to use the women's room.
she's a
You're gonna
woman.
say this is a man.
Interesting.
So that's what I'm
time,
totally
But she's
muddled
a
up the
woman.
argument. This is a whole
Interesting times we are
long,
in. Let me
gonna
tell
be
you.
protracted deal to change
Yeah,
this
man.
thinking. It's
And
gonna be,
I
it's gonna be more,
caution,
David.
I caution the race issue is a lot of people compare what's going on with the I don't know what it's called, human rights.
Human rights. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the rights of the LGTB whatever
Right.
with the rights
Civil
that,
rights.
the
It's
civil
all-
rights that
It's
went on
all
in the
getting
60s.
muddled together.
But
because
it's
we talk about
very,
precedent setting.
very different. There's a lot of similarities in the way that things are,
It is and it
appear on the
isn't.
surface.
It is and it isn't.
It
isn't.
I would
Because
say
what
it
you're
is.
talking about, the
Very
most base
different.
level, is human rights.
Right.
And when you talk about human rights, that's why I said you have to watch these discussions because because like Derek said, you're not gonna be able to appease anybody.
It's not.
So what it comes down to is just trying to do the right thing by human beings. And human beings we're all different, we're all wired differently, we all look different.
That's right.
So what it comes down to is doing what's right by human beings.
I agree.
Is there going to be a lot of stumble ground and tripping over different issues and things?
Clumsy,
Yes, but we got to work through this.
situations.
We got to
You have no
we got to
choice.
work through it.
You have no choice. You have no
Because
choice.
because of these things and these loopholes, these gray areas, we have someone on the precipice who could be the leader of the free world who is an asshole. Okay,
I agree.
this dude is
I
not
agree.
worried about you, me, and anybody else that we love. He has an agenda. He is not qualified, but yet he speaks for a large segment of this country that we know exists.
Oh yeah.
And if we let this
That's
stuff,
the
if we get caught in the minutia of dresses versus skirts and everything else, we're gonna lose the focus on what this is really about.
It's way.
And we
bigger
gotta
than that.
understand what this is really about.
Let me just say this.
And it
It's-
is similar, Snoop. I know what you're gonna say, but it is
No,
similar.
I'm not even. We'll talk about that off air.
Mhm.
I feel
At our
as though.
favorite spot, the barn.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I feel as though it's not going to be reversed to my sentiment, and my sentiment is from a Christian standpoint.
Biblical
Yes.
standpoint.
It's not,
Which is
not
legitimate.
it is legitimate, and it's what this country was founded on.
Exactly.
and
But
it's
that's
what
not
the
going to be the
country-
winning
but
argument.
it's
That's
not
gonna be the winning-
because the country is
No,
moving
that's not gonna be
further
the
and
winning
further
argument.
away
Yeah.
from a biblical Christian standard.
Mhm.
It's the furthest thing from it, which is why every Middle Eastern country wants to bomb us because they look at us as infidels for the way that we carry ourselves. Which
right.
you can women can run the country, which you can't over there. Men can be women
But
can
those
be men.
people you
XYZ.
talk about had distorted the word of God to their advantage.
No,
but
the
they're
word
wrong.
of God has been distorted from every
Everybody.
aspect.
That's what people do.
And
That's what
you
humans
could just,
do. That's
you
what
could
we
just
do.
we could just pull out the Bible and just look
Right.
at it and interpret it, and it's not really hard to interpret.
Right.
It's not going to come out in a biblical sense.
Mm-hmm.
I worry about the kids, man. I worry about the kids. I worry about Chet.
Same.
I worry about when Chet is 15, 16, the views of the world are going to be so different, and you're going to try to tell him something that you feel as though is right, that you know is right, that is right, and it's going to be so wrong that he's going to be so confused.
Well, not if you. I'll say it this way. I see what you're saying. It's
Parenting is going to be parenting is going to be crazy.
But again, it goes back to the basic thing. You have to do right by human beings. If they are human beings, you have an obligation and a duty to follow the laws of nature, the laws of what's right and what's wrong, and
No, you said the right word.
yeah,
The laws of nature.
laws of nature, and
You
do
said it
what's
right.
But basically, what I'm saying is, you have to do right by human beings. You know
And
what I
human
mean?
beings say, I don't care about
What's
it.
the thing you brought this up in Building Destroyers of the Past? Your rights begin where mine's end. Is that how the saying goes?
I don't know.
You use the saying. Come
I
on.
don't think I did because I don't really know that. I don't know.
Or did you use
One
it?
man's
It wasn't
trash is
educated.
another man's treasure. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know.
no,
I
man.
know that one.
Come on now.
I mean-
Your I think it's your rights. My rights begin where yours end. Basically saying this is seamless. So we all have to take everybody else's rights and their opinions into account with this.
Being political,
It's
you're
tricky.
You're
Tricky.
never going to
There's
be
no right
able
to-
to
yeah.
voice what you feel
Mm-hmm.
or how you feel.
Yeah.
And like we were talking before Uncle Barry's first appearance
Mm-hmm.
about Obama doing things for, you can't just come in office and be for the black people.
No, he couldn't.
Because you'll be politically
Excuse my pun. He had a lot of masters to
killed.
serve.
You'll be
Yeah,
politically
yeah.
executed.
Right. You would have.
So, doing things like Obamacare, doing things like reversing sentences, these are things that you can do that aren't quote unquote black, but
On the
they
back end.
affect a lot of black
on the
people.
back end.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
He
So,
served
I
his
mean,
people in the end. you
it's
know?
a slippery slope, man, and it depends on what you feel. I feel as though it's a moral issue. And our country is so
Morality
free.
has to win out at some
It's-
point. You just gotta
morality
hope
has to
morality
win.
wins out.
You have to hope.
But what
And you
kind of
have to
morality? Is
pray.
it Christian morality, or is it just like David said, people say
And
by doing what's right? Because you,
Well, Hitler killed people.
yeah, no, under moral.
There's always been racism.
And that's what I'm saying. This is why we're in a very dangerous.
Racism in and of
dangerous
itself
time.
is the most idiotic thing in the world. When you just look at a person walking down the street, you know nothing about them. You just see
You just
a
pass
skin
judgment.
tone, you see eye slant,
Right.
you see anything,
Right.
and you say, "I don't like
Right.
that person." That's the dumbest thing in the absolute
Mm-hmm.
world. I don't care who you are. If I meet you and shake your hand, we are brothers or we're sisters
Until proven
from the same. If you cross me, it's not that you cross me because of your skin tone, because of where you were born or whatever. It's just that you cross me. I don't dislike you because of that. I dislike black people for the way they treated me. So I don't dislike all black people. I dislike a cop for the way that they harass me. I don't dislike every cop. It's a specific isolated
That's
incident.
how we should
Right.
be. That's
But
how
it-
we should
it-
be.
It's true.
It's so hard. I mean, we're at the end of the route.
We're at the
You know what I
at the
mean?
end of the rope with this and our show. We're running
Yeah,
out
that's
of
what I'm
time.
saying. I mean,
Yeah.
we're at the end. I
We
don't
could
wanna-
be
But I
all
want to
day.
ask you both a
We could be all
question
day.
on our way out the door. Are you guys ready for an answer record from Jay-Z in response to
I'm ready for
Beyonce's
it. It's for
limited?
entertainment value. I mean, come on, bring it.
There's talks out there
Bring
that
it. I
Jay-Z.
mean, you haven't spit bars on wax in how long? I
Right,
mean,
right.
I
He's
guess
gonna-
it-
he's gonna
I
do a
guess he still
full
got
album.
it. Go ahead.
Yeah, you ready?
Go
for
ahead.
that? Go ahead. Let's
Knock
hear it.
yourself
So
You'll,
this-
you'll be listening, right?
I
So
will.
do you think this lends to the
To the conspiracy
marketing
that you
scheme?
said?
Yeah, I did start. It
Please.
starts.
I know that's the question I was
It
going to
starts
ask.
too
Is
bad.
this part
How
of
you
the
don't
whole
know your How do you don't
marketing
know your husband's making an answer record? You
Yeah.
know,
Right,
y'all
right.
husband and wife.
To
but
be followed
he's
by-
secretly,
Where you
he's
going?
secretly,
Where you
oh, all
going?
right. Oh, I'm going to get half a milk.
And I'm in the
You know, we
studio
need
for
more.
8 hours. Get out of here. What's Just Blaze doing?
Yeah, call up the phone.
Just is outside waiting for
yeah,
you.
again.
Pharrell? What's going on? Hey, Pharrell. How you doing, baby? I'm good. How are you? You good? How's Blue? Blue's good.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
me and Jay gonna run out for about 9, 10, 12 hours.
Like, wait a minute, in the answer machines, hi, Mr. Carter. Yes, Sun Records just cleared the sample. Like, where are we getting what sample? What are you talking about? No,
Come
So,
on.
yeah.
no, please.
Call it coincidence or magnificent marketing ploy.
This takes all the Wonder Away. You now know. It's
Jay-Z
part
is
of it,
poised to release an Answer album, not just a song,
Right.
an Answer album in response to Beyonce's controversial Lemonade album and visual LP that she dropped on us a few weeks back.
Yeah, knock yourself out.
This is to be followed by talks of them doing a joint album to be followed by that.
Well,
So I'm tending to think that it's going your way, Mark. This is one big old market.
I'll say two things.
They done had graphics up. They got flow charts.
Right.
You know, they got information. They got
two things. The one thing is either you heard that she's with child. I heard
she's
it
what?
With
that she's pregnant? No, I didn't hear that.
I heard that on XM.
Okay.
So whatever credence you lend to XM.
Mm-hmm.
Two, I just hope Jay-Z can go out as like the GOAT. And I hope you don't diminish your GOAT status with a back and forth
little hissy
joint with you. Not even a hissy
like a
fit,
real
but
Roxanne,
just a
UTFO style.
Like, come on. He's been very
Beyonce,
selective.
what's up,
Right.
Jay? Was that lemonade? Well, lemonade is right. I be the rapper that you rap the best. You are my wife and the dress.
Don't kill yourself.
Yeah, but you know what? If it's dope, it's dope.
It may be
If
good.
it's dope,
It may be good.
you're gonna have to give it up.
I mean, his
dope.
last concept album was American Gangster, which I
Tremendous.
love. I love that album.
Yeah.
But I mean, a whole album from Jay about relationships, I don't need that. I don't need that. That's Drake's lane.
He's
That's
the
Drake's
Tupac Chopra of hip hop relationships and whatnot. Like this could go really bad or it could be really innovative. I don't know which way we're going with this.
Yeah. Either way, you pretty much almost lose. Either way, you make it.
It's gonna be an L, no matter how dope it is.
Y'all dissing each other on wax. Stop. Go
Exclusively.
to counseling then. Just go to
Exclusively
counseling
on
and do it on
Tidal.
wax. Y'all dissing each other on wax. Stop. Your husband and wife.
Exclusively on
Right.
Tidal.
This will be interesting.
Only on title though.
This is gonna be interesting.
We're working on our marriage, but only on title. We're not going to counseling. We're working it out through title. Subscriptions, $39.99 a month. You can hear us work it out.
And then, if it's true that she is with child, it's like, so now Junior and the little missus have to grow up in 20 years from now, listen to this.
How about that?
Like, come on.
Be careful what you're putting out there.
Come on,
man.
That goes back to Superhead,
Yeah.
where I heard that, she has a son. And she's and she came out with saying that she was Becky with the good hair.
Right.
She was the one, and how the thing about her and Jay in the book and everything, and how the boy Charlemagne was like, he just was like, yo, you have a son. Your son has to go to school, and
That's what these
you're
kids
going to
understand.
school,
That's
and
what these people
you
understand.
got money, and you
They sure
afforded a
don't.
good life, and it's like, oh, what does your mom do? Well, my mom gives great head,
Right.
and not just that. Because a lot of women do that, but she writes about it and makes movies about it and goes on the radio and tells everybody. Yeah, but come on, you have a son.
Right.
Now your son has to live with this. This
It's the
is
same
your.
thing.
This
That's
is
all
got
these
a-
the
she's got-
Kardashians.
Yeah.
Black
And
China.
she's-
All
and
these celebrities
and she's got a
who are
son
getting on with these
who's gotta
videos,
eat and
the
go to private
Instagram
school.
pictures.
That's
You
what
know,
she's
really.
survived
You got young
is
boys
to do
coming to
this
school.
garbage.
Look at your mom's butt.
do
Woo!
that garbage.
Passing
And in that
around,
private
really.
school, they're gonna be like, "Oh, what's career day? Bring
Right,
your
mom,
parent."
to-
Well, my mom is the head attorney
Yeah,
for
right.
IBM.
Yeah, right,
Well, my
yeah.
dad runs TSA
And-
for
and
USA
then-
Airlines.
and then her
my
mom comes up and starts-
is the
My
best
mom's
knob
professional
slide.
model.
Is the best knob
And
slide.
starts to twerk in front of the class. Starts twerking in front of the class.
Get out of here.
But you got show and tell day.
Right.
Bobby brings
No.
in
Here's
a
it
new robot.
is. My mom's an author. Oh,
No.
what did she write?
Right. Confessions of a Video Vixen.
How to slide
Show and tell day. Your mom comes in, twerks in front of the class with some tights on.
My goodness.
But an insider reveals in the new issue of Us Weekly on Stands Now that rap icon Jay-Z, 46, is recording songs that will reveal his version of events surrounding the rough patch in his 8-year marriage to Beyonce. Jay is working on an album telling his side of things, explains a source close to the couple. This is going to be interesting. I want to see how this plays out. Yeah, so we'll see.
Yep.
Yeah, we will see. All right, fellas, we're out of time. We're up against it.
Wah, wah, wah.
We're up against it. Shout out to everybody checking us out on Ustream, on the Ustream app and on Ustream.tv. We want to thank those that listen to us on 88.1 WPEB. Thanks to Barry Gordon, aka Uncle Knowledge. Check him out at the Round Table with Barry, Cynthia, and Denise, Wednesdays 7 to 9. Shout out to this show. Damn, it feels good to do this every week with my boys. This is a passion project right here. Build the Destroy is an act of love that we put on for y'all every Tuesday night.
Our baby.
Yeah, man. We love doing our thing. That's it, fellas. Hope everybody's safe this week coming up. Anything you want to say?
No, like you said, enjoy that weather. Get out, do things, be active.
Snoop, come into the camera and say what's up to people. The voice, the myth, the legend. You always see his beard come in the camera first and then his face. That was Mark Bennett, aka Snoop Money, music programmer, 99 to Infinity playing in the background. Personal favorite of me and Avis.
Oh man, high roll. I know. Love that high roll.
Good vibration.
Yeah. Love that high roll flow.
So much inspiration. Yo, we're about to check out, y'all. We are over our time, but we just love doing this so much. Sometimes we're just gonna bubble over. So much to talk about, so little time. Thanks everybody for checking us out. On behalf of the whole team, I'm David Hanna, music director Mark Bennett, Derek Adger in the house. This is the Build and Destroy radio program. Check us out next week, Tuesdays, 7 to 9. We thank y'all for listening. We thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all next week. But listen, no matter what y'all do, walking down the street, driving down the highway, whatever y'all do, we want you to be safe. And always remember one thing. Remember to build and destroy.
Destroy.
Sound effects. We're building things here. Big things going on. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Build Destroy Radio out.
Who's the kid up in the green land?
One equation, two wobblies, one Come on, man. Make you want to rhyme.
Touch my mental. He was on Molly. Pop two clips in his head. He went Dolly.
Italian cat named Gianni walking down the street. He got my wallet.
He spilled my frosted flakes. Oh no.
Oh, we got one glass of milk.
Put the joint in a box of Cheerios.
Come on, man. Hey, Ustream. Thanks for checking us out. We're going to keep on clowning as we fade out another edition of Build and Destroy Radio. Coming through your airwaves. Thanks for checking us out again. We'll see y'all next week on Ustream. Download the Ustream app on your personal device and check us out. Search Build and Destroy Radio. We'll come right up. We will see you next week. Peace.